So one of my favorite features of Maya is the context menu. So if I hold down Shift and right click, you can see this little window pops up and allows me some different options here for objects I can create. So I'll start off with a cube here and just drag this guy out. So it's a really fast, intuitive way to start creating geometry. To create another cube, I have to make sure I unselect this cube so nothing is selected, because this context menu is aware if something's selected or not selected. So I can click it again, and now I can create another cube, for instance. So you can see how quickly you could start creating geometry. But now let's say I want to make some modifications to this geometry. Now there's a couple different approaches. I can do the same context menu by holding Shift and right click, and this allows some different options for me to start editing. If I just hold right click, it allows me to go into different component modes. So let's say I go into face mode here, and I can start moving this guy around. Because I have face mode selected now, if I hold down Shift and right click, now it's going to give me options that are just available for a face. So let's say I wanted to do like this bevel face here. I can click that and it'll just do this right away. If I hold down Ctrl and middle mouse, I can adjust the length of, let's say for instance, this bevel here. You can see with this option box here. And any other modification you want to do, you can just click on a different section, like let's say segments, same thing. Hold down Control middle mouse, and I could add more subdivisions or whatever I want there. So again, holding right click allows me to go back into object mode, and there now I've made some modifications. There's all kinds of different things you can do. Let's say I go into edge mode here and I select all my edges. If I hold down Control and right click, this is going to allow me to go to my edge ring utilities, edge ring, and you can see I select all the way around. So, and now I could do the same thing with loops, go to edge loops, and it's going to select upwards and select all my loops. And then I could Shift right click and do bevel, and you could see how this could quickly start going really fast. And one of the coolest things about this too is that you don't have to actually wait for those things to pop up. So if I were to just go onto face, you can see how quickly I can go to face. If I just gesture down like this, I'm in face mode. If I go to right click to the right, I can actually bevel with just the gesture once you start remembering where all those different options are. Again, we'll do this off the bottom, face, bevel, move that. We'll grab all our edges here, and we'll grab all the loops, Control, right click. Now we got all our loops. We do a bevel on all those. So you can see we're quickly getting geometry into the type of shapes we want. It looks like some of my normals have gotten softened. We can access this through the same way by just right click, Shift right click holding on top of an object mode. We go to soften harden and just harden edge. And now you can see those edges are all hardened. So the context menu, there's many different context menus that we're going to explore through these chapters, but I would definitely recommend just starting to use them for as much as possible, because you're going to get faster and faster with it. And I find that it's one of the fastest ways to author 3D out of any program.